bully. All right. It's we're all good husbands, right? We take care of our wife. Why am I talking like this? We're all good husbands, right? We help out around the house, and we've washed our share of dishes.
Once or twice, yeah.
Yes.
You guys. Okay. Yes. Anyway, I want to play a game. Hold on. I'd like to play a game with you. I want to play a game with you in which we are composing our own top 10 lists.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to tell you a thing, and then you're going to put it on your top 10 list.
Ooh.
And once it's there, you cannot move it. So if it was like Power Rangers, and I was like, Billy, you're like, he's a number 4 for me. And then I'm like, Kimberly, I wish I would have put her at number 4. Can't change it. Mm-hmm. Can't change it. Billy is forever number 4. Mm-hmm. You got to move Kimberly somewhere else. Okay? And
Kimberly's better than Billy, though. So in that situation, that would be fine.
3 or 4 or 5. Yes. You.
Also, top 10 of Power Rangers. I got to go in like Power Rangers Zero, Power Rangers Police Force, Power Ranger Dino.
Donatello, Michelangelo.
Thank you, Alex.
Go for it. Hit us with it.
Rap hail. Thank you. All right. So you may be wondering why I asked about your dishwashing habits.
Yep.
So you guys have like a notepad or a pad for notes?
I've got a digital notepad.
In front of you?
Does that help?
Tremendous. Yes, it does actually.
Good.
It usually doesn't when you say that, but this time it did.
It does.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to say the name of something, a dish that you have to hand wash, and you're going to rank it on your least favorite dishes to wash.
Ooh.
Yeah. So number 1 is I hate
worst.
this more. I hate washing this more than anything.
Okay.
This is. Why do we even own this?
Yeah.
And number 10 is like, yeah, I don't like this, but I guess it's fine.
Okay, I have some strong
even
opinions about various dishes already in my mind. Yes.
Nice. Yeah, because like even the best dish, you're not going to be like, I love washing it, right?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mostly.
Mostly. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. This is good. I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna start with a very sharp knife.
Oh.
1 being I hate it the most, 10 being it's great.
I'm going to say 9.
Are we writing? Are we sharing?
Yes.
Okay, we're not completing it first. Okay.
Yeah, I really like washing those.
You got to say it out loud or else I suspect you of cheating.
Yeah, I'm going to say an 8. I'm going to say a 7 because I think there's enough things that are better to clean, I think. I'm going to say 7. Yep, 7. Sharp knife, 7.
All right.
I want to leave myself some room for more love.
A pot for boiling things in. A pot.
Big or small pot?
Ooh.
Let's say the entire family is coming over and you need to boil 3 boxes of spaghetti.
Oh,
okay.
That actually got worse to me. Like the giant, because they're like so big that it's like, oh, I'm clanging it in the sink. Oh, I just turned it and the water like spilled out.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'd say a 6. I'd say like if it's honestly the small pots I don't enjoy because your hand gets cramped up in there. But like the big pots, like, I don't know. I feel like an old school like scullery maid. Just like, yeah, let me get myself in there with my old lye and everything. I kind of like that. Frankly.
I'm gonna go 5. Wow. Similar. I think we're similar thoughts. I just want to leave myself a little buffer on either side.
He's ready to get hit with one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's gonna catch you completely off guard.
Okay.
You're not gonna see this one coming. Ready? Pan.
Ooh.
Large pan or skillet? Like big, like those big ones?
This is not like a novelty skillet. This is like if you were making bacon.
Are these the ones where like if I use it?
You have made bacon before.
Are these the ones where if I use it, somehow it's usually greased to where the stuff comes off. But if someone else uses it, I swear, every single thing is cemented onto that pan.
Rank it accordingly.
It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable because it happens to me too.
I'm going to get a 5. Pan.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3 pan because, man, if you get, God, like eggs or something. Or,
Pandemonium, yeah, I know.
Pot demonium. Sharp knife demonium.
Yes. I was going to say that next.
All right, you guys have that written down?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was it was
deal.
a 3 if I didn't say it out loud. 3.
Rad.
5.
All right. Colander for straining noodles and such.
That's like number 3 for me. I hate washing colanders.
They're pretty annoying. But I feel like that's not one that you necessarily have to, like when you're washing these things, we're talking stuff that doesn't necessarily go in the dishwasher, right? That's so far the things you've listed, I don't put in the dishwasher.
Yeah, no. This is all hand washing. None of this is like, I'm going to put this in the...
Colanders I put in the dishwasher.
You monster.
I rinse it as much as I can, and then I say, screw this with its billion holes. I'm going to just stick it in here. So I'm going to say it's not as bad because I go dishwasher for the rest of it. So I'm going to say number 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to remember how to spell colander.
I would tell you, but I probably misspelled it in my...
Colander?
You know what? This is an audio format. You spelled it right.
Great
job.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Totally.
Muffin tin.
Oh.
It is the absolute worst thing that I've ever washed in my life. I can't tell you how much I hate washing a freaking muffin tin. You're hitting.
It's a 2 for me.
You're hitting some emotional
pretty bad.
points for me. Muffin tin is number 1. It is the worst, the absolute worst.
But you could get a brush and kind of get
you
into
can't.
it.
You can't.
okay.
There's these stupid rounded little and your hand's too big to get in the.
Grease your muffin holes, man. What are you doing?
Hey, why don't you go grease your muffin hole?
Yeah, get out of here.
What do you mean? What do you mean we only get a minute of recording time? Anyways, continue.
Can I tell you a story real quick
Yes.
for muffin tins? The way my wife, this comedian talking about my wife.
Yeah.
But so she will make cupcakes or muffins, and she will spray the bottom of the muffin tin holding indention. Then she will put the papers in. Then she will spray the inside of the papers, and then she will pour in the batter.
And it's still the worst.
And then it will overflow and burn around the edges. This is why muffin tin ranks for me number 1.
It is the worst ever.
Wow.
It is the worst.
And I didn't want to tell you that because then that kind of tints my rest of my list here.
I didn't know that I shared, this agony was a shared thing among dads. I hope there's dads in the car right now yelling yes, somebody understands. Yeah.
I don't think moms are yes, I love scrubbing muffin tins.
Well, no, but yeah.
If you enjoy scrubbing muffin tins, go ahead and drop us a comment or an email.
Good.
All right, next. Champagne flute.
Oh, that's number 1. Wholesale.
Yeah, it's
Man.
thin.
The worst.
No, I think 6. I can manage it. I mean, it's small. That's the problem, right? That you can't get anything in there.
A 6?
Yeah.
You put muffin tin as number 1.
Yes.
And
Are you cooking eggs and cheese and bread, just baking it onto this thing? No.
a champagne flute? No.
It's a little smudgy. You get the soap, you rub with your fingers, you rub hot soapy water all over the rim, you rinse it, rinse
come
it,
to your
rinse
house
it.
and I know that there's going to be fingerprints on your champagne flute.
And then you get the some paper towel, get in there and wipe it. You're fine. It's fine.
You get a paper towel and with it.
No. This is after hot soapy water has
this is divisive,
enveloped the
all right?
entire thing.
I'm about ready to throw hands.
But I understand it's worse than a wine glass. That's for sure.
Yeah. The way we use champagne flutes in my house, we're not a big champagne family. What we do is we make the Oreo dirt cups with the gummy worms in them, and then the kids lose them behind the couch, and so a week later we'll find them, and then it's time to clean them. And so that's why I put it at a 10. It's fine.
We mostly use them for cutting out the bread on Eggy in a basket, in V for Vendetta. No.
We all live different lives.
Eggy in a basket.
Yeah. No, I know
you
what you mean.
take the bread, you make a hole in it, and then you cook the egg in the middle of that hole, fry it in the pan.
I'm the fool using it for its intended purpose. That's on me.
I mean, occasionally,
Nerd.
but yeah. I'm not a big champagne guy either.
All right. So you've ranked colander. How do you rate cheese grater?
That goes in the dishwasher.
Zach says I'm avoiding this conversation.
I put that in the dishwasher. I mean, if I didn't put that in the
It's
dishwasher,
got holes in it. It's going in the dishwasher.
I don't know how the heck you would clean it without.
What do you think all those little posts in this dishwasher are for, if not to hold on to the cheese grater?
Yeah, like I put on the bottom rack.
I'd put cheese grater at number 4 for me. And that goes ahead and that occupies 1 through 6 for me. So all I have is 7, 8, and 10.
I'll say 8. Gosh, you know what? I barely do anything. I'll say 9. Because I just rinse it off, get the main chunks off. Dude, that guy's going to the dishwasher, dude.
Washing cheese graters.
I love the dishwasher, man. The dishwasher is amazing. It's 2025, guys. Wait, no, it's not. It's 2026, guys.
What year is it? All right. Mixing bowl.
No. 10.
Yeah, mixing bowl's fine. I put that in the dishwasher. Well, it depends on the size. Like, do you guys have like the stackable ones that are like 7 different sizes that go in each other?
7 money bags over here.
Smaller ones go in the dishwasher. Bigger ones go, you got to wash
Also in the dishwasher.
It just takes up too much room. Because if you do, look, here's the deal. Here's the strategy. If you put too big of a mixing bowl in there, now you're taking up a lot of space that you could be putting your cheese graters and your colanders in. And I'd rather put cheese graters and colanders in there than a bowl, you know? You got to be efficient with this thing, man. How long have you been washing dishes? Come on.
Longer than you've been alive.
I'm going to say like 25 years for me or something.
Right.
Okay, so
right.
Mixing bowl. I'm going to say that's a 10. That's number 10.
10 for me.
That's the easiest one to me.
Easy.
I just can't think of, like, is he going to say something just so easy that I'm going to look like an idiot putting it at like an 8?
Yeah. That's the fun.
Bricks.
That's what I think is going to happen.
All right. Sports water bottles.
Oh.
Specifically, well,
Non-dishwasher safe sports water
Yeah.
bottles? Yeah. I'm
Yes.
with you on that.
I should have said non-dishwasher safe colanders and cheese graters too.
Yeah, I mean, because technically you could put those in there, but they're not going to last.
Guess that's got to be a 7 for me.
I think
I do not enjoy washing them.
That'll be my number 8. They're awkward.
All right.
Last
Tall glass.
Ooh.
How many do I have? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I only have one more slot.
Oh, I wrote down 12. Yeah, right. Stake out tall glass. I got one,
right.
one last one.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Yeah, I only have one more. Yeah.
Whisk.
I think 8's a real optimistic way of washing that. But my favorite part about a whisk is I'll just do this. You get a bowl of soapy water. You just whisk that.
Yeah, well, that's the idea of like what I'm doing with a champagne flute, dude, just without the bowl.
Dog, we're gonna have to agree
just,
to disagree on this. You're stressing me
You
out.
just fill up
Like-
your sink
like,
with soapy water and then shake the champagne flute
just
in it.
throw some glass broken into your cloudy sink water. Perfect.
Yeah,
I love
I think
this.
that's it. Yeah.
No notes.
So whisk has to be number 2 for me, even though I don't think it's that extreme.
a whiskey gamble.
But I would. It is annoying because like there's a couple of situations with the whisk. Like obviously, like you have the goopiest stuff on that when you're trying to. It gets your sponge so gross usually, right? So it's like, okay, let me put it in the dishwasher. Well, do I put it in the silverware thing on the bottom? It's too tall. Now when I close it, the propeller thing hits it. Okay, let me put it in like I have an extra like really thin drawer on the top just for like laying down flatware. It doesn't fit in there. It's too big. Okay, so let me put it in the cup one. Oh, but the cup one, it takes across like 3 or 4 cups length. So you're taking up quality space. I could put a dang colander in there.
That's prime real estate.
Right. So,
quality
you know,
space.
I mean, I probably wouldn't put it at 2, but I'd put it like maybe 3 or 4. I'm forced to put it in at 2 based on my slot.
You
So
are
I'm okay
forced
with
to
it.
put it as a 2. Yeah.
Should we list our 10s?
Yes. All right. Starting. I want to say starting at 10, going up to 1. 1 being the worst.
Okay. Easy
All right,
to
Zach,
hard.
how about you go first?
All right. My easiest is the mixing bowl.
Mine's the mixing bowl as well.
Oh, mine too. Yes. Mixing bowl. Perfect.
All right. And then I think cheese grater because I ain't messing with it.
I said real sharp knife.
Pan.
Pan. All right. Fair.
Well, you also knew the thing's coming,
Ooh.
right?
I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
He knew at the time.
Number 8, sports bottle for me.
Whisk for me.
Pot,
Okay.
which again, yes, I saw them coming because I wrote them.
Then 7 I had as a sharp knife. So we're getting to where we're more annoyed by them.
Yes, I had 7 for sharp knife.
Oh, sports
Okay.
water bottle. Sharp knives are just a wipe and a wipe.
But
Nice and easy.
I would say 3 out of 4 we've been like
pretty on. Yeah.
yeah. 6 I had champagne flute.
Colander.
Big pot.
5
Number
was big
5.
pot.
Sports water bottle.
Pan.
4 was colander.
Whisk.
Cheese grater.
Okay. 3 was pan. I put pan because of the amount of stuff that can get stuck to that thing.
Got up your pan game.
I just like everywhere you
put
scrub, there's more sauce somewhere, somehow. You know what I mean? Very
I put champagne flute.
for 3. Okay.
Colander.
They're just narrow.
Not a fan.
That was 3?
Yeah.
2, I had whisk.
I put cheese grater, which is much worse for me than colander.
Ooh, I put the muffin tin because I do get that. Muffin tin's rough.
With cheese grater, I always think I'm gonna like shred my like scrubbing wand
Right.
thing.
Well, then your hand. Either one.
Yeah,
Dishwasher.
dangerous.
Number 1 is muffin tin. If someone says there's
Muffin
anything worse than
tin.
the muffin tin, you're just a
champagne
lying.
flute.
You're a
saying.
lying human. You're
I'm
a
saying.
lying person. Now I can't trust any of your opinions about anything we ever talk about this podcast.
Was
Feelings
champagne
mutual.
flute yours, Alex?
I'm sorry?
Champagne flute was your number 1 on your actual list.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, and in your actual opinion.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you were able to
Okay.
secure your number 1 worst.
Correct.
Very good. Patrick, what was your
Good
worst?
job.
Muffin tin?
On the list and in real life, since they are in fact the same,
Yeah.
muffin tin
It
is
is-
the actual reason I came up with this game.
Because
I
you had
hate
such a
doing
bad...
this. I hate doing this. I got to talk about this with the guys. Wait.
But it wasn't muffin tin. It was muffin 1.
Ha ha.
Well, there's 12 of them in here. All right. That's all. Blap.
Whew.
We at Animorphs 55, the podcast, would love to hear from you. You can email the show at animorphspodpeople@gmail.com. We also post links to other listening methods, our Blue Sky account, and links to friends of the show on our Linktree at linktree.com/Animorphs55, the podcast. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Animorphs 55, the podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Patrick.
I'm
I
another
am-
host, Alex.
No one ever lets me be second. I'm
Zach's
Zach,
always
the
last.
third host. Host with the
Always
most.
a bridesmaid, never a bride.
What are we covering today, fellas?
Always a cheese grater, never a champagne flute.
Dang. Well, it turns out that there's more aliens out there, more books written about aliens infiltrating human society.
No.
so-
In the 90s? No way.
In the 90s, the alien fixation. Now we have ancient aliens, which those are from the 80s, the 70s, something like that.
Probably.
That's what I've heard. But today we're reading My Teacher is an Alien.
By Bruce Coville.
Coville. What a guy.
Did you guys read this as a kid? Or
I did, and I thought that when you recommended we read this now, I was like, oh, I remember this book. It's the one where, I don't know, I think they go into space. There's a little alien that sits on his shoulder,
Poot.
and it goes, poot.
yeah.
But it turns out that that's book number 4 in this series.
Hmm.
So I was very close, but completely got the book wrong.
Yeah, there are
But,
4 books
yeah.
in this. My teacher's an alien. My teacher fried my brains. My teacher glows in the dark. My teacher flunked the planet.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah, and I remember imagining, especially when you're young, you imagine situations and environments as places that you've already been, or at least I did.
Mhm.
And so I imagined the school in this book as the school I was going to, which is when I went to kindergarten through second in. And so I must have been kindergarten through second reading this.
Huh.
So I'm proud of myself for that. But it's been a long time. I am no longer in kindergarten through second grade.
I think
Great job.
that makes sense. Like I think
you.
in my mind, I remembered it being maybe a little more advanced reading than it turned out to be, but I can't exactly remember where I was when I read this. Because I think I read all 4 of them back in the day. I'm pretty sure because I looked at the descriptions on the others. I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar to me. Yeah, but the first one came out like it was old, right? Yeah, it came out in '89.
Oh wow!
So it's like even like it technically kicked off the '90s. Yeah. Right. So
Yeah,
do we just dive right in?
let's get
Don't
after
see
it.
why not.
I mean, this was the reason we bring this one up is because obviously the Alien crossover, but it was a pretty big staple of the '90s. '90s kids are like, heck yeah! Either I remember that, or wow, you just flooded memories back to me about this book that I hadn't thought of in a
I
few years.
do remember it being a very common one. I know that it was either a common checkout from the library or on the reading list or something like that for most of the kids. I know I perused it at least once, but yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Had you read the other ones or just this one?
No, I don't think so. I think I just read the first one and I was like, yeah, not for me.
Okay. Well, let's get it started.
And Bruce Coville wrote, it says over 100 books.
Wow.
Mm.
What a guy.
It's a big number.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Mercy.
We are in the point of view of I already forgot her name.
Susan.
Susan, thank you.
Put some respect on my girl Susan's name.
Yeah.
Piccolo player.
Yeah, and I would like to read the very first part here. Just immediately pull an excerpt. Hey, geekoid, yelled Duncan Dougal as he snatched Peter Thompson's book out of his hand. Why do you read so much? Don't you know how to watch TV? Classic. Poor
Classic Duncan.
Peter. Yeah. Yes, we just established a few characters. Susan's the main character. Peter is her dorky half friend. This is before being a nerd was cool, I guess.
Aren't they like best friends? Like she doesn't mention. I don't think any other characters are named. There's a couple of teachers. Those 3 kids.
Yeah, there's off and on characters. There's like those 2 characters that were like trying to compete for not being great.
Oh yeah, and there's Mr. Bam Bam, the band teacher.
The
Some of
put
these-
upon band teacher.
So, some of
These guys are what? 4th grade?
6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, it would be very impressive to play piccolo in 4th grade.
probably.
Agreed.
And I didn't.
Even
I
in
mean,
sixth.
you don't have to do music until 6th grade, right? That's the first requirement year, I think.
For me, it was.
Unless
I
it's
played
changed.
sousaphone in 6th
Some
grade.
sort of art, actually. I believe you had to take some sort of art class. You didn't technically have to take a music class. You could say, oh, I like drawing instead of singing. But
Huh. I thought we had to do
For us,
music. Maybe not. Whatever.
Hmm.
And so we have Duncan, we have Susan, we have Peter. We have Stacy was like her kind of other friend that she barely talks about. But there's this teacher, this new teacher. Is his name really like
Yep.
John Smith?
it is.
Cool.
And they had just the best teacher, and they were so excited about her. And then one day she's just called in sick, and this guy is coming in for the rest of the year. This teacher
Miss
was going
Schwartz?
to have them. Sounds right.
I think so.
Yes. Schwartz.
But she was going to like teach the rest of the year by having them do a play. And the play was, I guess, going to be jam-packed with all of the stuff that they had to learn for the rest of the year. Maybe.
Seemingly.
Very Dead Poets Society. Take your books and throw them in the trash, and we'll learn a different way. Like very, very much like that.
Why did you make us buy these?
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about, especially compared to these days where I know that, it's more like, you see, teach a standardized curriculum and maybe get to select a book or 2. But this lady was very much, you're not learning enough. Here's how you'll learn, which, all right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, 90s was like extreme standardized education, right? Only now are we
Yeah.
seeing a lot of like alternative things and different ways of learning and differentiated instruction and things like that. But
It's a different time.
yeah, so then a Miss Schwartz sticks out now where it's like, wow, this teacher actually cares about their kids. Whoa,
Yeah, she disappears. A new guy comes in, and he is, no, we're not doing that play garbage. You're going to memorize dates and just like whatever kids hate. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
much.
yeah. You can just like feel the color drain from the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a line, school became grim again.
Yeah.
Like, that's very much like middle schooler energy.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of like,
Mhm.
school
It
is
is.
so grim.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if
all right.
anyone ever had a good time in middle school.
Middle school is rough,
Everyone I've
guys.
talked to.
Theoretically.
Kids
It's
listening,
just everybody
it'll be fine,
throwing
but
each other under the bus to
Yeah.
Yeah.
make themselves cool.
yeah.
Don't go to middle school.
You don't have to.
Just skip from 5th to 9th if you can. Well, it depends on your definition of middle school. But yeah, so also this guy, this new Mr. Smith, is apparently a good-looking dude. Very good-looking and doesn't really do anything wrong. But Susan, whatever, made the mistake of writing down like "I hate you" or "I hate this teacher," "This class sucks now" or something on a note, and turning it in with her work like a novice.
She was spending a lot of time on this note. It's just going to be the best note ever. I can't believe it. Oh, hold on. I need to do this test real quick. All right. No, it's, oh, wait. I was supposed to get rid of that note, and he's here to pick up the homework or the test or whatever I was doing.
And so here it is. Yeah. And she realizes, oh my gosh, I can't believe that he has this. I'm probably going to get in trouble. I got to try to get it back. There's no way to get it back. I'll follow him home, I guess. Probably.
And this stuff was fine in the 90s.
Yeah.
You could just like go into your teacher's house
Right.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Nobody locked their doors.
Yeah. How did she get in the first time?
I think every time is the
A
basement,
dilapidated house. It's in disrepair. And so I believe that time the door was unlocked at that
Okay.
point. But later on, it's basically just, it's falling apart. So they
Just
were
go
able
in
to
one of
sneak
the falling apart.
Right?
Fill
She just
one
like
of the holes.
Kool-Aid Man's through the wall.
Yeah. So she goes in there and she's like, gosh, where's this note? Where's this note? Oh God, there's a horrible sound. What is that horrible sound?
Well, and people that have heard the Goosebumps, My Hairiest Adventure episode of our show may find this familiar, but she goes in and can't believe her eyes at what she sees. The house is basically empty. Like, this guy's an alien. We know this, but she doesn't know this yet. He's an
Right.
alien. He's like, I don't need nice furniture or a TV or anything.
like
I'm just here to
anything.
do my job and accomplish my goals.
unfurnished home.
Yeah, she's
Wild.
unsettled. Yeah. And then here's like crazy sounds. Goes up there and he's sitting, this is how I pictured it, at least, sitting in front of, what do you call those, vanities with
A
like the
vanity
lights
mirror,
all over
yeah.
it. That's what I picture it, except it like turns into a TV. And then he just
It's got
takes,
unicorns and pictures of boys taped to it, probably.
There we
right,
go.
like in sync picture on the side. And he just takes his face off. Like literally pulls it like over his chin, over his head,
Just like Nicolas Cage prophesied.
just like that. And he's green underneath and has orange big eyes and just weird textured face. And clearly he's alien.
Conversation with his buddy on the other side of the mirror, where he basically outlines, his evil plan in a way that is in English that Susan can understand.
Luckily, yeah.
Obvious.
Even though the other guy is like, but he even had a line, right? He's like, "Oh, this dang translator chip is annoying.
Can't wait
I hate."
until you can talk like I like. Which,
Yeah, that sounds like a
Okay.
cat in a blender, is how Susan described the sound of their language. Otherwise,
Whoa.
yeah. And so Susan freaks out and runs home.
And her family dynamic is unusual. Well, not unusual for the 80s that it was likely written in, where her mother is just absolutely doting, and then her father is, oh, don't, why are you hassling her, dear, and everything like that. She's doing just fine. It's, yeah, okay, I get you. Like, I get the family dynamic here. No siblings, seemingly.
Right. All the focus on the one kid. Yep.
And I like the next thing where obviously she's, distraught about the whole alien thing and everything. And her parents ask her why she's upset. And they're like, is it the broccoli? And she's like, I mean, it was the broccoli, but also my teacher's an alien. And I'm like, I love that. Like,
It's a good line.
I got my priorities straight.
That's a good line. Also, broccoli always gets hated on. We've talked about it before. Broccoli's not
Big
that bad
hate.
if you do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
She goes the next day, and this is weird. I'm going to tell Peter about this, and Peter's not going to believe me and make it clear that he doesn't believe me. But, this is a game that I'm going to play with
Weird.
you anyway or something. Like for like 2 or 3 days, it felt like.
Yeah, she tells him, hey, basically, hey, you're the kid that reads all those sci-fi things and everybody makes fun of you for reading sci-fi books. Turns out our new teacher, he's an alien. He's like, oh, ha ha, you too? I can't believe you would do this to me, Susan. Why? That's not funny. What are you thinking? And she's like, oh, hang on, I gotta trick him and then prove to him that it's
Right.
real, and then I can tell him that
like
that he's actually an alien.
what?
Let's sneak into the teacher's house. It'll be a fun little game we can play. We pretend that he's an alien, and they
But it goes on for like
do.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And until one day
then-
he's like, oh, wait, this doesn't seem like a game anymore. And she's like, I know.
It's like, thanks for catching
Big
up to
reveal.
the rest of us, Peter.
Yeah, instead of like, hey, no, hold on. I am not making fun of you.
Right.
I snuck into his house. He is an alien. If you would like to verify this, come with me.
Which,
I know how. We will do it again. It's so easy.
which in the
It's
end, that's
1989.
that's when he believes her, is when he takes her to, or she takes him to the house, and he's like, "Wait, you're really going to break into his house?" She's like, "Yeah, I told you this is the thing." So in the end, she could have just said what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
"Just come with me, and then I'll show you." But instead, we had to jump through these weird hoops.
We also had a scene where he passes Broxhelm.
Broxholm is John Smith's alien name.
Yes. Where he, as the teacher, John Smith, passes the note back to her and is basically like, oh, I'm much prettier than that. Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, oh my God, he's on to me.
Yeah. Like you can't. I think she was looking into that one more. Later, he's certainly onto her, but I don't think he is at this point. No.
There was a little bit of tension in a couple of these spots where you're like, does he know? Is he going to let on about this whole thing? And
Right.
sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't. So
Right. That's when they break in through the cellar,
Yes.
yes,
and
they
that's
go
when
through his
find-
fridge.
They do. Yeah. They're mostly
Because I
just
bet
like,
he's got weird food.
yeah. and
I
it's
mean,
like,
does he? He has a bottle of ketchup. He has cold cuts and 2 6-packs of beer. I mean, that was the most convincing thing to me. As I was like, he's got that, and he's got headache medicine upstairs. This sounds like standard issue, like
this
80s
is just a
mail.
bachelor, man.
Now, okay, so I got to that point in the book, and I said, hey, Carly, my wife, I said, hey, I need to read you this part. We looked through his fridge, and he had cold cuts and beer and ketchup, and she says, wow, that's exactly what you had in your fridge when I met you.
So suspicious.
I had what? Rice, beans, ketchup, and like an unending supply of Crystal Light.
Oh, yeah.
And that was basically what I had
Yeah.
at home to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
That's what they feed aliens. So you got to watch out, man. People might,
Yeah.
catch on.
So after they're amazed by all this, they go up and they find their teacher, Mrs. Schwartz, or Miss,
Yep.
whatever. Schwartz, she's trapped in this force field thing in the alien's attic.
Yeah.
And it's very strange. Like, she's like frozen, like not breathing or blinking, but is still okay.
Some sort of like stasis.
Yeah, and then she sticks her hand in the force field, and then like they can communicate telepathically. Both of them can.
Which was
and-
interesting.
Yeah, it was different. It was a different thing than what I've
Yeah.
seen in a lot of places. I thought that was pretty creative.
Yeah, a lot of this other stuff, you've seen it in a lot of other places. That felt very unique to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know this was pretty early on in sci-fi. I mean, not really, but compared to now.
Certainly in kids' books, I would think.
Okay, yeah. But like to have her unable to move or blink or need to eat or go to the bathroom or anything, but then also her brain works at full speed
Right.
was a little bit confusing to me. But,
Yeah.
aliens, they can do it. Why not?
Of course,
Why not?
technology you don't understand, Patrick. You don't understand these complex aliens with their beer and cold cuts in their fridge.
Yes.
And like an empty jar of peanut butter, I think they said at some point.
Something like that.
So then they're like, we got to. Oh, does he come home yet? No, he doesn't come home yet. They leave. They decide to.
We get our dates. We get you need to figure this all out and warn people by the 26th because otherwise
What's the plan? What's the aliens' plan?
it's to abduct children.
Abduct 7 kids.
He's going to leave Earth, but he's taking kids with him. He's taking the top 2 students in his class, the bottom 2 students in his class, and the 2 or 3 most average students.
Top,
in his
middle, bottom,
class.
something like that. And so the rumor spreads at school, like the teacher's an alien. Everyone's like, ha ha, oh, but are they? Like, you know how it is when you're in 6th grade, you're like, oh, that's not real, but oh, wait, is it though?
Mhm.
any of those weird things that you heard, like, gosh, I can't even think of I can think of some inappropriate examples, but stuff that spread on the playground before the internet somehow, that we all
Like
knew the same
wildfire.
stories.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, that's not real. Oh, but maybe it is. Yeah. It's one of those, but with the teacher being an alien. And so kids start acting different. They're like, wait, I think I'm an average kid, so I should probably like mess up more so I'm not as appealing. Or in Peter's case, he goes, maybe I do want to be abducted. Starts being awesome to like jump up to the number one spot. And but it's funny because they even admit it. They're all like, I don't understand the rating system though, so I really don't know what is good or what is bad. Yeah.
And so the top two kids, who are just little angels and answer everything correctly, just start fighting just all day, every day.
And they're having a great time doing it. They're like, I can just let my hair down, just do whatever I want.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But eventually they enlist the help of
Duncan, the bully kid.
Duncan Dougal.
And because he was starting to act weird too, he like brought an apple for the teacher alien and stuff like that. Just like,
it's like, I gotta be at the bottom. I gotta up my game.
Yeah, right. If a kid brought me an apple, I don't think I would trust the apple. But okay.
Did anybody ever bring an apple to you, Zach?
No, I got a coffee mug once that was a coffee mug that said like, it's great to have such a caring teacher or something, but then they crossed out caring and wrote sarcastic on it. So I had that. That was a good one.
They had to be honest.
I got the first and second Pokemon movies on VHS from a student.
All right.
That was cool. I got Hello Neighbor for the Switch.
Hey.
Not a great game, but it was nice, thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got not an apple though. I don't remember getting an apple.
No apples. Yeah. Teachers getting apples is a very bygone era.
Yeah, old school classic type thing.
Truly. And we get a couple more conversations between Susan and other people. You know, she kind of tries to process all of this. She talks to her dad, who's making a Empire State Building model out of toothpicks, and basically she's trying to kind of lead him through these questions to kind of get him to ask, "Hey, is your teacher an alien?" Which I love the enthusiasm, but I don't think your parents gonna just jump to that conclusion.
Can I also bring up a great excerpt out of that as well that I wrote down?
Please.
After supper, I slipped out of bed and went to see my father. He was sitting in his den, building a model of the Empire State Building out of toothpicks, which is what you were talking about. That's his hobby, making famous buildings with toothpicks. If you ask me, it's pretty weird, but it keeps him happy, which is more than I can say for most adults that I know. So I guess I shouldn't complain.
Fair enough, man.
What a just honest statement. Like, okay, all right.
Something I would have looked at with more suspicion when I was younger, and these days I'm like, no, I get it. We've all got the little, little fixation we're just going to stick with to stay sane.
Yep. Everyone, don't judge anyone. We're just all trying to get through it, okay?
We're all just trying to get through, man.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy.
But in the end, she's like, all right, let's enlist Duncan Dougal, the bully's help. We'll convince him to go too. He'll stand watch. What do they go there for? Oh, they go there so they can take pictures of Miss Schwartz in the light beam force field thing. So this is their third time, or this is Susan's third time being in the house. Peter's second, Duncan's first. Did Duncan get caught? No, you think Duncan got caught. You hear Duncan yell, ah! Oh my gosh, Shirley Broxholm came home. No, Duncan was just bored.
Just touching stuff, yeah.
Just bored, and he went in and turned on.
Yelling.
He went in and turned on the vanity mirror communicator thing, and the alien, I guess, saw him, which we never really addressed that later, but okay,
it's fine.
And they all leave. Gosh, I mean, if really this book is just school, teacher's house, school, teacher's house, school.
Yeah, it's a lot of like
house.
this idea of Susan just kind of ruminating on, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is the case. Can you believe this and such? Well, let me talk to this other person. Yeah, they either believe me or don't ask about it, etc.
And then I moved on and think about it.
Just kind of
more.
follow that cycle till we get to the end.
And there's a lot of foreshadowing in this book that felt super obvious to me reading it as an adult, but I think as a kid, I was just like, oh, that's an interesting thing about them. Like Peter says 3 or more times how, nobody really cares when I'm home or not.
Yeah.
I just, come and go when I want. I can skip school and go home or not, and nobody cares.
You have to establish that as a character trait first, just like Tobias, right? Like, you're not going to have Jake go missing, getting stuck in a morph.
Yeah.
Like, same idea.
Yeah. And then Susan is in the band, and they're doing a performance of Stars and Stripes Forever. The band teachers always wanted to do it, and the band has never been good enough to do it. But now he has a piccolo player that can do the solo, and
His
he's
dreams
so
are
excited.
fulfilled.
And he's just so disappointed in her every time that,
It's so sad.
I thought you were practicing. What happened? This means everything to me.
It
Yeah.
really does. This poor man.
And then he sees how sad she is, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like make you feel awful." Oh, yeah. I'm with you, Patrick. Oh,
Yeah, but then, the foreshadowing here is every time I go to band class, I pick up my piccolo case and I look over at Mr. Smith, and he shudders like, "Oh, music."
yeah.
And
So like,
I wonder
obviously
what that's
gonna
about.
be
Weird.
yeah. So we addressed that pretty quick, but do they? I mean, it is. It's just a lot of meandering, right? Like, we all don't know what to do.
But they're all in the house, right? And
Taking
then
pictures.
Mhm.
taking pictures of
Smart.
Miss Schwartz in the force field, and Duncan gets seen by the aliens, and then he comes home, right? And they sneak out.
They all
or-
come home. Duncan has to stay with Peter because the aliens have seen him. Susan goes
Oh,
home
yeah.
and just freaks out some more. But that's kind of
But
what I
did
mean. At this
Mr.
point,
Smith
they
come
just
home.
I don't know. And then they just kind of meander.
She sees him at school the next day, and that's when the
That's right.
conversation happens.
Yes.
Conversation.
Okay.
He
What he
heavily
says.
implies that he knows what she was doing until
Well, he says, "Don't go in my home anymore."
right by the end. Yeah, because they're like playing a little game here. Like it's funny that she even points it out as a sixth grader. She's like doing that like weird game that like adults can like say things that they don't really mean, but the other person kind of knows what it could mean. So it's like if it went one way, you could interpret it this way, but I'm safe by maybe interpreting it this other way. And I was like, dude, you're in sixth grade. You don't have a filter. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a lot of meandering.
Yeah, and we get our next not anachronism, obsolescence in the plot, which I hadn't thought about in so very long, which is, well, we don't have the photos yet. Why don't we have the photos yet? Oh, we had to take them to the drugstore to get developed. And I'm like, oh man.
And he opened up the envelope.
How did we live? How did we
pull
live
them
back then? It's amazing.
I mean, that was a thing, right? Like weddings
was.
would just have like Kodak disposables all over the place.
Mhm.
Well, but then, like, my parents had film cameras. Like, hey, can I take a picture? No, film is expensive.
It
You're
is.
a dumb kid. I mean, they don't call me a dumb kid, but like, you're a dumb kid. You're going to take the worst photos.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which you probably
Yeah.
would, but also who cares?
We got our kids like little novelty digital cameras for Christmas last year. Couldn't have cost more than like $20 each.
Yeah.
And I mean, to see the pictures that they take on these things, it's like, here's half of the cat's face 40 times.
Yep.
Great. Like,
Yeah,
here's
my
someone's
kid got one
knees.
like that does the thermal paper for printing, which was a good idea because it's like, okay, at least I'm not wasting like
Oh, like Game Boy printer?
yeah, very much like that, yeah. And
Okay.
but I mean, it was like it comes with like 6 spools and they're cheap. Okay, one day, oh my god, you're
All done.
all done. What did you take pictures of? And I look and it's just like, here's your brother opening a present. Here's your brother opening that same present. Here's your brother opening that
toilet
present.
shut.
Yeah, but I remember those disposable ones, man. Like I remember there was one time that we had them at a camp I was at. Like we had some. I had some. Other kids had some. I guess our parents said, "Go make memories." I don't know.
Yeah.
And I remember when you ran out, you started seeing it would like tick on the wheel on the top. Be like, oh, there's 3 left. There's 2 left. And then when you got to none left, we figured out you could still wind it and hit it on the palm of your hand and make the flash go off. So we would start like turning the lights out and just having these like
Nice.
flash battles, just in each other's eyes, like just trying to
Yep.
blind each other.
Man,
Great.
taking me back.
That's the
And
best.
so it turns out that the teacher doesn't even show up on the photos.
right.
Right.
The force field just a blur streak.
I
thing.
love that. I love that as a
Yeah.
like a plot point. It's just like, oh yeah, we totally got him dead to rights now. Oh no.
Our technology sucks. Limited by the technology of our time.
But then Peter is even like way out ahead of it too. He's like, all right, I'm going to do it from a bunch of different angles. I'm going to have you stand in front of it, you not standing in front of it. We're going to do close up, far away. Try it with your hand in there just in case that does anything.
I'm proud of this kid for thinking ahead.
Yeah, and it's just a bunch of pictures of Susan like standing in different parts of the room, and there's nothing going on in the room. No force field, no teacher, nothing.
Can't win. Sorry, buddy.
Just a lens flare.
Life sucks.
No big deal.
Get ready, get out. Yeah, so they do have the concert at the end. I think he finally either says, you're fine, you could do it, or maybe she says, I'm going to play this music to my heart's content.
Oh, he cuts it from the program.
Oh, okay. Oh, he cuts it. And then,
because it's like a whole school concert, right?
Yeah,
it's the kindergartner's turn, then it's the first grader's turn, and then all the way up to sixth grade or whatever. And by the time it's just Susan hasn't been practicing, she's been messing around with her alien adventure. I mean, he doesn't know that, but and she's just not ready. We're not going to do it. And then so they're all lining up to go play some easier song for the school,
right?
And they're all like in another room because the cafeteria is where the performances are. And there's just, the fifth graders are still in there. You need to be somewhere else. And so Mr. Smith is, like leading them somewhere, which as the guy who hates music, why are you doing this? Let the band teacher do it.
What a choice.
Yeah. But he goes and he's like, I heard somebody tuning up. None of that. You should have tuned up on your own time.
Yep.
And she's like, thank you. Sounds just like the book. I'm going to play my solo from Stars and Stripes Forever. And then all the other kids are like, I love Stars and Stripes Forever. Let's all play. And they play incredibly. Like it's the best they've ever played.
Yep.
Vibes like that SpongeBob episode where Squidward just wants the band to play and they never can get it together until the end. Very much like that. That's how I felt like the band teacher was Squidward having his moment.
And so Mr. Smith's like, freaking out because of this music. And he's like backing up against the wall. No, stop. Ah. And like, no, we're going to keep playing. Play louder.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Piccolo. I don't know what the piccolo solo in Stars and Stripes Forever is. We never had a piccolo player in my high school band.
And then he's finally like, I'll do anything to make it stop, 11-year-old.
But Mr. Bamwick, no, he is thrilled. He's like, yes, finally, they did it. My dream, my life's dream has come true.
Right. Sweet
My man is tweaking. He is absolutely in love with the fact that they have pulled it together. And that was the happy ending. I was like, I don't care what happens next. That's the happy ending.
I don't know if I remember what happens next. Like
he says,
like,
I'll do anything
to make it stop.
To a sixth grader, like the sixth grader's like just dominating this alien.
Yeah.
And then she's like, take off your mask. And all the kids are like, take off your mask. Because they're like, yeah, haha, you're an alien. Ha ha ha. I don't really believe it, but make fun of you. And so he does. And then I don't remember anything else that happened in the book.
Yeah, they all freak out and they're all like, oh my gosh, it actually was an alien. But
keep playing the piccolo.
Remember that this whole time that Peter has been wanting to go with him, right? Like he's been hinting at it. So he's been nailing every question in class. And Peter shows up to save the day, but not to save the kids' day, to save the aliens' day. He says, Mr. Smith or Broxholm or whatever he calls him, this way, and gets him out the door, and they run off. And you don't see them again.
He opens the door from the outside of the school, and he's like, this way. And Broxholm couldn't have
gotten up and ran out on his own.
Just hit the door open.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But it's very prologue-y for the rest of it, where it's like, well, we never saw them again, and sometimes I look at space and.
But he just took Peter, right?
Right.
He didn't take his 7 kids.
Correct. Right. They get Miss Schwartz back, who's like, oh, I lost track of time. I'm so glad I'm safe. And Peter's gone, and sometimes I look at the stars, and yay.
Peter's parents probably still don't notice that he's gone.
Right. I think that's the implication. And it just kind of ends.
It does. It's Peter leaves with him. They rescue Miss Schwartz. everybody in town seems to see a UFO. And basically it's like, well, I guess all's well that ends well. And that's it. It's so abrupt.
Like they never see him leave, right? He ran out of the building and it's like, and then we never saw them again. I didn't see them blast off. We didn't infiltrate the house and see any remnants. Nothing. I just didn't see them again. And I went back to my life.
Basically. Yeah.
The end.
And at least I was rid of Peter.
Exactly.
So I didn't care about anything else.
Exactly.
No, she liked Peter.
What do you guys think of this? I mean, I want to rate it. Just you can just talk about it.
Oh, I'll rate it.
I'm going to create a rating system just so I can rate it.
Yeah.
Two Broxes out of home.
I think it's different when you think about it as a single book versus when you know it's part of the series. Even if you go to Wikipedia, the summary for the first one's 3 sentences, and then the next one is 10 sentences. The next one's 15 sentences. You know what I mean? They clearly build on stuff. There's future books are about things what was I remembering here? It was you get a backstory on what Peter and Broxholm do in space. That's one of them. Or meeting back up with Susan. That's another one of them. Them teaming together to make sure the planet doesn't get exploded. That's another one of them. So that's interesting. So this sets that stuff up. But on its own,
it feels like an overgrown short story. And I feel kind of bad saying that, but it does, reading it now, the idea that this could have been about half the length and a little bit more focused and a little bit more characterized. But, for a kid's book that kind of is repeating on themes and kind of cycling through a lot of this stuff, it makes sense. It does.
It is crazy that you say that because I agree it could be shorter, and yet I don't feel like anything was ever detailed. So I'm what even could you cut? Because I felt like it was very bare bones.
Don't go to the house so many times.
Said this thing. I went over here. I went through this door. I looked for this. This next thing happened. I ran away. You know what I mean? That wasn't
it is Piccolo time.
It wasn't much description. It wasn't much development. It wasn't much of that. I mean, the characters were insanely paper thin. It made me think of Alternamorphs and the fact that we weren't everything was just happening and we just didn't care about much of anybody in that story. And we, in Alternamorphs, the problem also was that we had already read that story before, but now it was from a less interesting point of view. This one, we haven't read the story before, and it's not a particularly insightful point of view. I think I do remember the book with Peter and Broxholm being more interesting because it really dives into the sci-fi background. But
I can see that.
There's not a lot in the quote universe yet.
As my first experience with sci-fi kind of a book, I think it does great.
Yeah.
There's aliens. He's got alien technology at home. He's got a mask. It could be anybody. It's pretty fun. Oh, one of her friends actually went to space. That never happens. You're supposed to defeat the bad guy, and then he runs away crying, and Team Spidey webs him up. And to be well, I don't know. He won, but then Peter also won, and Susan sort of won, sort of lost. That's kind of complex, I feel like, for a kid's book.
I 100% think if I gave this to my oldest kid, he would dig it. For sure. For sure.
And it's interesting because you've got precocious moments with Susan where she's like, oh yeah, I heard my dad call somebody a Philistine once, and now I'm going to use that on people that I feel like are unrefined. Or when when Peter says something about, oh yeah, she's stuck in, she doesn't seem to age or anything like that. And I'm sure that a woman loves that. And Susan's like, you are a male chauvinist piglet. And I was like, that's hilarious for a sixth grader to say.
Yep.
But I love it. I love the idea of you've obviously got some kid who is not simple. They've obviously got something going on in their brain, kind of just freaking out about this. But also at the same time, it's you've got something that's deeply characterized, but it's almost characterized to look younger and more comprehensible for a younger audience to comprehend, right? So it's this kind of reductive method of structuring your story.
And then when you see Mr. Smith or whatever, there's nothing. You don't know anything about him.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Mr. Sports, nothing. Band teacher, well, his passions.
That man is
John Philip Sousa.
About Sousa.
Well, it's called Help. My Teacher is an Alien. If you want to try to find it somewhere,
it's
give
crazy
it a shot
actually.
with your kiddo.
If you go into Mr. Bamwick's house, which they didn't have an opportunity here, he actually has like themed items around that song and like all the other ones that were made by that composer. He even has a sousaphone.
Ah.
Band joke for all you band people out there. You're welcome. Please leave a comment or drop us an email.
Please.
Animorphspodpeople@gmail.com.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know that was a joke, but I do want engagement.
Hey,
Please.
yeah. Hey, find us on Spotify. Find us on Apple Podcasts. Find us on YouTube,
And
Pandora, Amazon Music, and we have a Blue Sky account. We have a sometimes updated TikTok account. We got an Instagram account. Man,
Wherever
you can't
you
escape us when you're on the
your
internet.
podcast content or related
Yes.
podcast content.
And steal your friends' phones and write us a 5-star review.
That is the way.
'Cause you can only do it once from your phone.
But through the power of crime, anything's possible.
The power of crimes compel you.
Animorphs 55, the podcast, is a fan-driven, nostalgic podcast created by Zach Hurdle, Patrick Viersba, and Alex Holton. But don't tell the Yeerks. Theme music provided by Neko Boy. Podcast artwork by Rachel Hurdle. Episodes edited by Patrick Viersba. Based on the 90s sci-fi kids series written by K.A. Applegate, Michael Grant, and other contributing authors. To contact the show, email animorphspodpeople@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And opinions expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the Animorphs 55, the podcast crew.
Oh, that's
Cut.
good.
Yeah, good. I mean, I would say stop there.
Okay.
They ain't getting no better.
We don't even need to say bye.
Be good, people. That's how they get you.